Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is the Vegeta moment. That is absolutely correct. The Vegeta moment. Now, what is the Vegeta moment? Well, let me put it like this. We've been talking about the Vegeta moment for a very long time. Vegeta needs a moment. He needs to have that point where he shines. He needs to have that moment where he's the one who beats it. How can I put this? Vegeta is a great character. We've seen him fight. We've seen him go through so many things. But the thing is, we've never seen him beat a villain. He's never beat the titled villain of the situation. This is just the truth. Now, why am I saying this? Because it's actually the absolute truth. And how can I put this? Vegeta came into Dragon Ball. When he came in as a villain. He was a great villain, so much to the point that when it came down to him when he first showed up, I was like, dog, I want this dude to go away. I want him to be taken out. And basically, as time went on, and he became a character when we came into the dynamic arc. I loved the dude more and more. It was like, I know he's a bad guy, and I think him and Goku's gonna fight again. But at the end of the day, I kind of like him because it was like he was getting revenge. He was fighting. He was killing people who wronged him and wronged everybody. And being that we talk about the same pride and the same race and everything along that nature, that made me think something where I could pretty much be connected to because I know what it's like. And Frieza was like a force like that he went through, that he had to deal with Frieza because it was survival. And he never knew that Planet Vegeta was destroyed by Frieza. The story was it was hit by a meteorite. But as time went on, of course, he was like, something's got to be true to it. And as time went on, he was finding out, or a lot of people was revealing that Frieza destroyed the planet Vegeta, and so what? Like, you can't do nothing. And it was more like you Saiyans are weak, and then Vegeta was strong, and he was like, I'm taking you dudes out. So that was the thing about him where he stood out. Like that's my favorite saga. I'm gonna just be real with you. The Namek saga, the saga where they went to Namek and Vegeta was there and everything along that nature. That was my favorite Vegeta time in terms of that was him when he was just being who he was, taking people down and just doing everything. Like he was a great character. That was a turn. That was a great turn with him. And not only that, let's keep going. It's basically he went out in space where he was looking for Goku. Even though we know that the Garlic Jr. saga is not a part of the saga, at the end of the day, he went out looking for Goku. And then there's the part that he came in with the Cell saga, or we can call it the Metal Frieza saga, where pretty much Trunks showed up and Trunks turned out to be his son. And also there was the time, basically Cell saga, where he stood out in that one too, but he failed. And the reason why he failed, Vegeta is usually a guy where he takes you out. He's not about to play you. He's not about to go egotistical. I want to see your full power. He's pulled that before when he was in the Namek arc, but it was more like a situation with I'm taking you down. So it was like when he was in the Cell saga, it was like, that's not really him. And not only that, we get to the Buu arc and then Majin Vegeta, another classic moment with Vegeta where he pretty much has this power where he takes on the Majin power, where he accepts Babidi's power and becomes strong as powerful. He still stands out as one of the greatest villains in that saga. So that's a great thing. And as time went on, he went on and he did what he had to do. And, there's so much with that, but Super really respected Vegeta a whole lot. Super gave him some time. Super, he did his thing, and it was really good. And it was pretty much strong, and he was just going through the motions, and he was fighting. Like, he stood out when he fought Beerus. I really wanted him to take out Frieza. He should have taken out Frieza. He gave Frieza the most brutal beatdown in that saga. He stood out in the Universe 6 tournament, where he was pretty much the star of that tournament. And even with the Goku Black or Zamasu, whatever you want to call it, saga, he stood out because he got beat down by Goku Black, came back and just straight beat the hell out of him. Goku didn't do that. Trunks didn't do that. It was Vegeta. And then we got the Universal Tournament where he stood out a lot in that tournament, but I really wish he would have been the one to take down Jiren. I think to some degree, I was thinking they had to have thought to themselves that Goku and Vegeta takes out Jiren, but I think they went ahead with Frieza because it would have been like a bigger deal. Like, Frieza really had a part to do with that. So it's like, dang, it's a big situation there. But Vegeta needs that moment. He needs that time where he pretty much takes out the main villain. I really want to see him do that. I think with this new movie coming out, it's Goku versus the new Saiyan. But really, Vegeta is going to play a big part in this because anything to do anything with the Saiyans, Vegeta is always big in it. So Vegeta is not really out there like that in terms of they're not really showing him too much like that. And the reason why It's because he's probably playing a real big part in this new movie coming up. He's probably like out there, like he has to be a part of it. He's the Saiyan dude. So Vegeta has to have his moment in this, and I'm really hoping that he does. But basically, we're talking about Vegeta moment. He needs it, man, and he deserves it. And he needs to have that fight. He needs to win. He needs to beat somebody. But that's pretty much all I can say in regards to that. I just want to say it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Go right ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video. I just want to say hold it down and one. Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast.